Are you moving to Australia in 2025? It's exciting, but let's just say it's not cheap. In this video, I'll break down exactly how much money you'll need to land, settle, and survive those first few weeks, whether you're a student, working holidaymaker, or a skilled migrant. Make sure you stick around till the end, where I'll share my real budget for when I first came to Australia and what unexpected costs caught me off guard. Let's start with the obvious, getting here. Flights to Australia can range from $900 to $2,000 depending on the season and where you're coming from. Visas vary as well. Student visa is around 710 AUD, I believe, and working holiday visa being 635. Skilled migrant visas can go from 4,000 plus just for the application, and of course, in addition to these, you have to have proof of sufficient funds. I know for student visa, it's proving that you have 12 months of living expenses, even if you're doing a shorter course, but you're not going to spend that straight away, so obviously I'm not going to count that. But do check your visa's health insurance requirements, because many have compulsory costs and ongoing payments, which are about $500 to $800 per year. Now let's talk about initial accommodation. When you land, you'll need somewhere to stay. Budget options are hostels that are between $30 to $60 a night, or staying in an Airbnb, which can be $400 to $700 per week, and this goes for both Airbnbs and hotels. You can also stay in a short-term share house, so people lease their rooms in share houses when they're overseas, so you can take that over for a few weeks if the dates match up. Short-term share houses can range from $250 to $350 per week. And my tip on accommodation is, if you've watched my other videos, if you don't have uni housing or housing from your work lined up or someone that you trust, try to book 2 to 3 weeks initially, where you will look for long-term housing, go to inspections, and then commit to one. And if you're renting, landlords will usually ask for a 4 weeks bond, which is like a security deposit, which you will get when you leave that place, and they will ask for 2 weeks rent in advance usually. So for a room that's $300 a week, you'll need $1,200 bond and $600 upfront, and that's just $1,800 AUD to move in. And don't forget bills, especially if you're not going to a share house and you're leasing a place. So internet, gas, electricity, water can cost you about $80 to $150 per month. It all varies because they're by quarter. Now let's talk about basing living costs. Groceries is about $70 to $100 per week. Transport about $40 to $60 per week. SIM and data plans can vary from $20 to $40 per month. If you're a coffee addict like me, it would be $5 to $8 each. And eating out will range from $15 to $30 per meal. Monthly total about $1,000 to $1,500 just on basic living expenses. There's also little things that add up fast, like buying your initial furniture if your house doesn't come with it, so $300 to $700 per item. Admin stuff like printing or getting your transport card, setting up your internet can be $100 total, and health insurance would be about $40 to $80 per month, like I said. And on top of that, you must have an emergency fund too, however that looks like for you. It is a must, especially for unexpected costs, like if you're planning to drive here, the initial costs of setting up registration for the car and getting it checked if it breaks down or if it has any issues. So there's a whole lot of stuff associated with having a car here as well. In my first month here, I spent around $1,200 on flights because it was only one way, and even one way was that much. Visa was about $700. Rent and bond was $2,000. I was living with my friend initially, but when I moved out, that's how much I needed. Living expenses was $1,200. Setup and extra costs were about $600. So total for my first month here was about $5,710. And honestly, I wished I saved up more for enjoying myself, going out, but I was too busy trying to set up and save money and spending it on essential stuff like getting warmer clothes, because no one tells you that Australia is bloody cold in winter and any other time when it's not summer. And also Ubering. I Ubered a lot at first because I got lost heaps. So know where you live and always have a charged phone, otherwise you'll be stranded on the streets in a new country and it just feels like a horror movie. So to be safe, I'd recommend having at least 5,000 to 7,000 AUD saved when moving here first, more if you're planning to not work straight away. I also have videos on what I spend in a week and month in Australia. They're a bit old, but they might give you some reference to what living here day to day looks like and how much you spend. I also have other videos on moving to Australia, studying here, working here. So follow along. I'm posting pretty much every day on here still. I also have a channel membership if you have any questions and want to personalize conversation, or you can leave a super thanks comment down below. It would mean the world to me and make my day. Otherwise, stick around, subscribe, check out my lifestyle on my Instagram, and I'll see you next time.